Hi everyone, I wanted to do this video in hopes of getting the discussion back on Sebastian Rogers' theory. Before him, there's been a lot of noise lately, and this is just an attempt to keep everybody informed, maybe make a plea to other search and rescue operators in Sumner County EMA about some things that concern me that I think need to be checked out, and also to keep everybody informed because we're 10 months in. This is one of 6 or 7 cameras that we have all the footage from, full day's footage. This is a house on Kellen Lane, and this is looking out on the backyard view, out over the construction area. The retention ponds are down here. I want to show you some concerns that I have. What I've done is I put 2 hours of footage for the sake of scrubbing through from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. the morning of the 26th. I'm zoomed in because of privacy reasons. This over here on the left, I'll just say this is Bobby's house over here, and I want to maintain as much privacy as possible. But at the same time, I'm interested in finding Sebastian, and I'm going to go to whatever lengths it takes. This, I'm zoomed in, so you can't see the timestamp. You're just going to have to trust me. There is a timestamp. Right now it's showing 7:33. I'm going to back up, but they're all in sequential order. You're just going to have to trust me that I'm telling you is the truth. So if we go back closer to 6 a.m., I might have to break this up into a couple of videos too, because of Twitter. And I don't do videos. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just doing this raw. I've been planning this out. This 6 a.m., he's not even called in yet. As we get into like 6:15 or so, you'll see here the first vehicles of construction workers start to arrive, and this is about the time he's called in. You'll see more people arrive. What concerns me, and the reason for making this video, is what will start happening as we get into the 7 a.m. hour. These you'll start seeing coming from up here. These large construction vehicles, I don't know what the hell they're called. Call them dump trucks and loaders, are working, and you'll see them. See here they're coming and they're taking loads of dirt to the retention pond area over here, and they're dumping it. And this is going on constantly. And we know with autistic children and teens, they have a tendency to hide. And we've also gotten new information not too long ago that we did not previously know about, that Sebastian had been hiding recently. And so this is concerning. If he ventured back to this area and went to a corner of a pond or a dirt pile to hide and saw people moving around, very quickly something tragic could happen, like a load of dirt being dumped. I also want to show you, like I said, this is the retention pond area. We all know Max went over here. I'm going to show you Max. Let me set this up so I don't infringe on their privacy as little as possible. Okay, I'll stop right there. This is the dirt road. So we're looking out. If we're looking out over this, we have our back to Kellen right now, right? So Kellen would be a road like this, running this way, and this is the dirt road into the new, it's now paved, but it was dirt at the time, into the new subdivision right here. Max comes up in an SUV that parks over here and gets out, and I'll show you to start working. I'm going to start a new video on that, though, because of the size limit. Okay, so let me get to the area where the time frame when I have it marked here, where Max is going to appear, and I'll play it in real time while I talk. Let me start to play it. Okay, so what you're going to see is Max and Max's handler appear over here. Max's handler is actually right there, getting on the SUV. Max, you're going to see him clear here in a minute. There's Max walking here. There's his handler. There he is right there. He comes down. He came in an SUV. He's not a tracking dog. He'll pick up scents of humans. He's like a police dog. He's a force protection dog. He's not been scented. They haven't given him a scent article, I don't imagine, because this is very early. So he's picking up any scent. But as you can see, he's not tracking a line definitively. What they're going to do is they're going to wander up here, this is like the dirt road area that goes up and arcs over, and then comes to where this temporary parking lot is, and then downhill, and eventually the pond that he goes in supposedly is down over here. Okay, so it's down over here. This is the cemetery over here with this tree line. So this is basically what happens with Max. Now, even Max is while he's doing his thing, these loaders and trucks, see one coming right here, I would have been, as a handler, I would have been terrified to have Max running around in that. I do not fault them at all. This is very early on. I think Ken Wagner and EMA did an amazing job with the search and continue to do an amazing job. I'm not knocking them at all. Here's why I'm making this video. Besides getting things back on track, getting the discussion back on Sebastian, if there's any search and rescue operators out there, or if Sumner County EMA has ground penetrating radar and they're specialists in using it, I think this area needs to be swept with ground penetrating radar in case a tragedy happened and a dump truck accidentally put a load of fill on top of him. It's tragic to think about, but we're 10 months in, and we got to think about every option out there. And the reality is, we all know that, worst case scenario is an option. We hope that it's an abduction and somebody has him, and law enforcement will find him and get him back. But in the meantime, before these houses are going up incredibly quick, and they're pouring all this cement. You can see, there's over here. They're still working over here. It's something that that needs to be done. It's something that makes sense. And I'm not we do have access to a ground penetrating radar. I've never operated them before. I'm not an expert in ground penetrating radar. I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. We'll wing it if we have to. But if there's other experts that can make themselves available, or if Sumner County EMA will do this is a plea to say, listen, before they pour more of the cement, before they put more of these houses over here, wouldn't it make sense to check this area with ground penetrating radar? I mean, I think it does, because these trucks ran all day long, and I get it. I get why they didn't get shut down right away, but it's a possibility. So anyway, I hope maybe this was a little bit informative, but I hope we can get the discussion back on Sebastian and finding him and the things that make sense to find him, the search theory and the search plan going forward, and keep it about Sebastian.